What the world needs now is a Bible story by Jasmine Burke. Welcome to Bible Stories by Jasmine Burke. Thank you for all of you who have been following my series, Bible Stories by Jasmine Burke. I tell you, when I see the dialogue that is started in the comments after you watch one of my Bible stories, and I see your feedback about the Bible stories, your opinions about the Bible stories, and your memories about Bible stories in your own life, and seeing you guys interact with each other in the comments about the Bible stories, it makes me feel like I am fulfilling one of my greater purposes in life. Thank you. So now, let's get into today's Bible story. For those of you who have been following Bible Stories by Jasmine Burke, you'll recall I told a story last year about Sarah and Abraham and how Abraham was a righteous man. I mean, God truly, they had herds of cattle and land and protection and provisions out the woozah. But the one thing that he and his wife Sarah wanted the most was a child. Particularly, they could have an heir, but they couldn't have it because Sarah was barren. And they were in their old age. Abraham was about 100 years old around this time of the story. And Sarah was old age too. But I told you how 3 men came to visit them one day. One was the Lord and 2 angels. And said to them, by the time we return in due season, your wife Sarah will be with child. Sarah had given up all hope and got up to her own devices. I mean, the Lord himself was in her house, eating food and chilling and making promises to them, and she didn't even believe the Lord. Well, you know how that goes. We've all been there. We start doubting the promises that we know are in our hearts that God has said to us, and we start trying to make decisions on our own and make things happen outside of God's will, right, for us. So Sarah had a slave girl. She was Egyptian. Her name was Hagar. She went to her one day and she said, you know what? Go on over there and sleep with my husband because I want a child. I need a child desperately. And since I can't have it on my own, then you give me a child. Gone, girl. As is the case with all of us, anytime we step out of God's will for our life, we welcome unnecessary strife into our life that we could have avoided. So Hagar becomes pregnant. Hagar started reevaluating things in her life. She started looking at things a lot differently. Like, hold on now. You get your own water, Sarah. I'm the one birthing these chillins around here. That's the one with child, not you. I'm parched. Now you gone, girl. So Sarah was like, oh no. Oh no, she didn't. Oh, you know what? Abraham, come get her. Come get her. Come get her before I have to do something to her. Come get her now. She's trying me. She tried it. Okay, and then I don't want to go there. She's carrying the child, but it can go down. And Abraham was like, oh no, ma'am. I'm not getting in the middle of women's business. You handle that. Sarah proceeds to make Hagar's life a living hell. Can you imagine Sarah's jealousy and anger? How she picked and bullied Hagar to the point where Hagar ran away. She couldn't take it anymore. The Lord found Hagar by a spring of water in the wilderness. And he called to her. He said, Hagar, Egyptian slave girl, where are you going? Where are you coming from? Hagar says, I'm running from my mistress, Lord. I can't take it anymore. The Lord said to Hagar, go back to your mistress. Submit to her. I will so greatly multiply your offspring that they cannot be counted for multitude. You will have a son, and you will name him Ishmael. Hagar named the Lord who spoke to her El Roi, for she said, have I seen God and remained alive after seeing him? So she obeyed, and she returned to Sarah and Abraham. Have you ever had to return to the place that caused you misery, humble yourself before the people that brought harm upon you, and endure? Has it ever been an appointed time in your life where God said, stay? I know it's hard, but endure. I have. They say that struggle produces character. Let the character that your struggle produces in you be one greater when you come out, because you will.